Welcome to this week's episode of Ezentuary. We left off last time having fought valiantly against several monsters and taking a brief rest in a small room, about 30 by 30. You came in the door on the west side. The only other door in this place goes out to the north, kind of in the northeast corner.
All right.
And what do we see in the room?
Around you?
Yeah.
The room you've been in this whole time?
Uh-huh.
Spirals of green stones covering the floor, an iron chandelier hanging from the ceiling in the middle, and those 3 dead guys that you killed last time.
Okay.
The dog thing.
Yeah, the dog things with the long tongues.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are nasty. All right. Refresh me memory, please. Do a short rest. How many hit points do we generally regenerate?
You roll your hit dice for that.
Okay. What would be my hit dice? 3d6. Okay.
One hit die per level.
1 hit die per level.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, you can choose the hit dice, right? How many do you?
Yeah, you don't have to use all of them. You can use, like, 3 of them, or 4 of them, or all of them.
Got it. Well, I think I will use 3. Seems like a nice round number. Well, okay. My typical dice rolling skills have come through. I got 1 6 and 2 1s.
Awesome.
Yeah, I rolled 4 dice just to try and recover as well. Yeah, I got 25. I got a 1 of 4, and I have d12s for my dice.
Wow.
Cool.
Wait, why? Just from war. Can you save later?
Why would you had that what I was saying?
Sorry. Why we use all of our dice? Why would we only use some of them?
It's up to you.
So if we want to take
Some people just
a short
choose
rest.
to do it that way.
Yeah, because if you
okay.
want
Because
to take another short rest later on, you want to save.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Alright.
Well, I would like to take it from the beast before we leave the room. I like to cut
Okay,
out
go for it.
their tongues. I'm taking their tongues.
Seems only fair.
I think isn't each one of their tongues like 30 feet long or something like that?
Well, I will just take the tip of the tongue, the first
Okay,
6 inches.
sounds good.
For a minute, I thought yours was going to take the whole 30 feet and then have like an Indiana Jones style whip, except that it's a thorny tongue.
I give one
I mean,
of the tongues to Chakakano. I say, good.
Okay,
Chakakano.
let's just-
Well, Chakakano thanks you and takes it. Well, does it taste?
Hold on, I gotta figure out what's going on real quick. My you guys are all cut real bad, and it might be on my end. Hold on one sec.
What it is, ours. yellow, and then
All right, let's try that.
Okay. Yeah, everyone was
Alright, you're
picking
up.
up for me too, for sure. But it's better now, it seems.
Okay. What were you asking about? You tasted the tongue?
Yeah, how tasty is it?
I mean, it's lingua. So, it's chewy, it's leathery,
Chewy, but satisfying.
kind of thick. Yeah. All right, anything else you guys want to do while you're here?
no, I don't think so.
No. I'm ready to proceed.
All right. Where do you proceed?
To the door. The one door, right? There's
Which
only
door?
one.
Well, there's two doors. There's the one to the west that you came through, and there's one to the north.
Oh, not the one that we came through. Right?
Okay.
Everyone?
Yes.
All right. You go through the doorway to the north. Ah, perfect. So, you walk into a surprisingly empty room. It's some 50 feet square. There are two doors going to the north, one in each corner, east and west. On the west wall, there is, in the center, a closed iron portcullis. And other than that, this room is surprisingly just clean and empty.
This place really likes portcullis.
Yes. I approach the portcullis and I yell through it. Say, hello in there. Is anyone in here?
You hear your voice echo down the hall and come back. You get no other response.
That's what they want you to think.
Is there a lever on either side of the door?
Yes, there is.
Okay. Can I see through the bars into anywhere?
Oh
or
yeah,
is it-
clearly.
Oh.
There's a hallway. Looks like it goes down about 30 feet, and then there's a dead end that turns north and south.
Well, not sure why, but I'm drawn to the portcullis again. Where do you think
I mean,
we
it
should
seems like-
go?
Everything that's interesting happens behind portcullises.
Usually, generally speaking.
It's a good wisdom of life. Everything interesting happens behind a portcullis.
I just wonder why a portcullis? Why not just another door? It's mysterious.
Because portcullises are better doors.
Something
They're definitely more fun.
needs to be caged behind the door. Maybe like a last resort in case a beast escapes or something.
They do make better ventilation than doors.
Yeah, there you go. So
We do
you're
also
much
have a
better
tendency
able
to just kick through doors.
Yeah. Can't kick through a portcullis like you can a door.
That's true, but like if you're the owner of the portcullis, that's a good thing.
No.
But you can fire through a portcullis, and you can't fire through a door.
Well, yeah, but you're better able to see the intruders coming, so you're able to like see them from a distance, because the portcullis is completely see-through. So you use that opportunity to duck around the corner, Alright, anyways, are we gonna go down one of the directions at the end of this hallway or not?
Or are you even gonna open the portcullis? You got options.
I know. I
portcullis.
vote the portcullis. That's what I vote.
Let's probably do that. I mean, we've sat here talking about them long enough. I feel like it's only right.
All right, so you open the portcullis with a little lever, and you walk down to the end of the hall. Which way do you go?
To the
what
north.
are our options?
Well, I said north or south.
Okay. Well, my brain is the gears. The missing gears are kind of chonking up the works here. So
North.
right.
It sounds like north.
All right, to the
Yes.
north, about 20 feet ahead, is... Hold on, let me get to the correct note section. A large, very solid-looking stone door.
Hmm. You know, I take very solid with a grain of salt. Nothing's too
Takakano.
solid for gunpowder.
True.
Takakano, do you think you can push this door?
I mean, Chakakano does not have much experience with the pushing of doors. Kicking of doors. Yeah, maybe.
Right. That's what I meant.
Very different skills.
Oh, it's only one way to find out. Yes, Chakakano kicks the door.
Sure, roll me strength.
Or 15. It wasn't very strong.
Yeah, it's sufficient. You give it a good kick and it swings open. It's not like before when you've kicked doors to splinters or off inches, but it swings open. And it reveals a large room inside, some 50 feet north-south and probably 80 east-west. The room is completely decorated around its exterior walls with oversized carved faces of devils. In front of them, on like a tier stepping down, are a bunch of statues of tieflings carved out of stone, all pointing to the center. And then there's a couple more steps down in concentric rings to the middle, where you see what looks like kind of a large pile of decayed leather.
So Chakakano points
Like
at the
that.
tieflings and then asks, "Friends?"
not necessarily their Chakakano. Just because they be tieflings does not mean that they can be friends.
I say we burn whatever that leather is, like, immediately. I don't trust that.
Chakakano's follow-up question: food?
Well, it's stone, so I'd recommend not eating stone.
No, not them. What they represent.
Ah.
Tieflings be people like any other Chakakano.
He's eaten people before. I don't think that matters.
So Chakakano just nods. Understood. Food.
The big question for Chakakano, friend or food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All foes become food.
Does the room smell like anything? I sniff the room.
Not really. Dusty, like kind of stagnant air.
I approach the pile of leather.
Okay. Yep, you
Cautiously.
walk down.
Yep.
Nothing happens. You just see the pile.
Okay. I poke it with my shillelagh.
Okay. It moves around a bit. You can see the various bits that are in more advanced stages of decay kind of fall away and turn to basically powder on the ground.
Interesting. I spread it out with my shillelagh and look for anything inside the leather.
As you spread it around, you notice little bits of bone. Something that could have once been perhaps a skeleton, but it is so decayed that there's almost nothing left, just like chips.
Any dip?
Just the natural one in the floor.
Galgo, what do you think about this? The pedestal, does it have any markings on it that you can see?
I don't know. Does the
It's an
does it
indentation.
have-
It's not raised. It's lowered.
are there any markings in the lowered portion of the floor?
You look around, you don't see anything.
I shall do an Arcana check to see if there's any magic in this room.
Okay.
Ooh, that'd be only a 7.
Even with a 7, you feel the intense glow of magic starting from the center of the room and radiating outward.
Ah,
Hmm.
interesting.
Magical leather.
Cursed leather is what me thinks.
So is it emanating from the leather, or is it emanating from the spot on the floor?
With a 7, it's hard to tell.
Ah, okay.
Well, maybe I could push the leather aside and you could tell easier.
All
Like
right.
stirring a soup, you push the leather out of the way.
I use my shillelagh, I don't touch it with my hand.
Of course.
I shall try it again. 9.
It is better than 7.
Well, with a 9 and the assistance of Yora stirring the pot for you, pushing the leather out of the way, you can tell that it's definitely coming from the lowest point in the room and not the leather itself.
Ah.
Well, good to know.
Investigate the indentation a little bit more closely.
Sure.
9.
You look around and you eventually, as you're investigating, you start pushing stuff out of the way. You're wiping off dust. And you find a circle of runes carved into the floor around this spot, and it's just about big enough for like one person.
Ah.
I suggest not splitting up.
What do the runes say? What do they kind
Oh,
of?
they're not like they're not words. They're just magical symbols. You know, like constellations on a stargate.
Can I make a history check to try to identify them?
Sure.
Aha! Nat 1.
You are absolutely confident that this is an ancient magical language of incredible power.
I mean, you guys can try, but like, I think it's above your guys' skill level, you know.
Here's the twist. You are actually correct, but we just were too dumb to know it.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
These symbols call to me in a certain way. Might they be like those commonly used in most teleportation circles?
Have you seen teleportation circles before?
It is an area of study of mine.
Oh, well then in that case, yes, you've seen them before.
Ah. Okay. Well, funnily enough, when we leveled up, I gained access to the teleportation circle spell.
Ah.
We've been walking around here the entire time.
It was just recently, just this last little bit. The short rest. Yeah. It came to me in a dream.
Hmm.
Oh, I see that. That's me. I shall go off to the side here and smoke me pipe and think about this for a brief second.
Alright, what's everyone else do while he's thinking?
I
what-
want
Whittle my
to.
thumbs.
I look around
You-
the indentation for any like sort of buttons or differences in the stone.
There's nothing there. It's just this.
Dang it. Okay.
Sorry.
I go up to some of the carved stone faces and I look at them in the eyes. And I sort of poke their eyes with my fingers. And then I honk their nose.
Okay. It's like you're inside a Madame Tussauds recreation of Polar Express. Their cold, dead eyes just stare back at you, and they do not respond.
Okay.
Slender.
But anybody else have any ideas? This face is cold
Uh,
to me.
Let's see. I'm. Interesting. Okay. Ta-da. Okay. Sorry, possibly actually work this game.
Oh, hold on. It appears to be all of Discord is having trouble.
I'm what am I at? I'm at 332 right now. I'm in yellow and red apparently.
Oh, it's everyone. We're probably connecting on all levels.
Oh, that's annoying.
Probably a solar flare or something.
I love it. So what were you trying to say about that?
About what?
You're going to say I was talking about the signals happening in a sequence, and you were saying, "Whoa, wait a minute."
I
Or
don't
was
know.
that
I lost
somebody
it.
else?
There's somebody else.
Oh, I think he was just saying that because you were breaking up. And he wanted you to
Oh,
say what
yes,
he said
yes. Yeah, you dropped
Okay.
out. What were you going to say?
Oh, I'm gonna say. I was gonna look at the because the. Great. Now my little speech was completely out of my brain. The key to these teleportation circles, if that is what it is the activating the sigils in the correct sequence.
Ah,
So, I'm going to attempt to activate one of the sigils and see what happens.
okay. You're going to try this. They try dialing it like a D.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can learn additional this teleportation circle thing. I can learn additional sigil sequences during my adventures. You can commit a new sigil sequence to memory after studying it for 1 minute.
Okay, so you're going to... so you just go over and you stare at the floor for a minute.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Oh, perfect. All right. And then I activate it.
Okay, so you go and stand in the middle and you activate the teleportation circle?
Well, I'm hoping I can stand outside the teleportation circle and activate it, and then maybe see where it's going. Is that a thing? Is that impossible?
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think it's like opening a window to the other side. I think it's like you have like when they do the stone circles or something, you go in, you activate it, it transports you to where it's going. You don't like look through a glass window at what's over there.
Oh, okay.
What if we send the homunculus through?
I mean, we could, but if it dies, I'm going to have your heads.
No, but I mean, do you have a connection to the homunculus? Or is it just
You
kind of
can't like
you
see
have to
through its
talk to
eyes
it?
or anything, no.
Oh. Well, that doesn't help then.
No.
Alright, well, hold on a sec here. Oh, how many 5th level spells do I have? I've got 1. Okay. I'm trying to think. Would it be good for me to go first or last on this thing? Alright. I tell you what. What the hell? I'm going to do it. So I memorized the sigil sequence. Does anybody have any charcoal on them? Or chalk?
I'd probably make some.
Because I might need
No.
something to draw with later if I want to get back.
Is Chakakano the only one who's concerned that it's surrounded by old leather, which could very well be the remains of something that went boom, and maybe it's less teleporty and more teleport insides out?
Yes, it's possible that
I
this
mean, I
is
guess-
just like a sacrificial altar, sort of.
Well, I guess that means Gago's sacrificing himself. It was nice knowing you.
I mean, there is that.
I like the idea of activating the sigils, but let's not jump in or expose ourselves to the altar, if possible.
All right. This could be a way out, though.
Yeah.
Though, actually, I guess it doesn't matter, since I know this spell. anytime we want to go back to, wherever, I can just draw the circle and activate it, and we can leave. So we don't have to try the teleportation circle. We can go out one of the other doors, I guess.
Yes. Or go to the opposite hallway at the end of the portcullis. That might be an idea too. How many doors are there in this room again?
There's just there are two actually. I didn't get to that point. There's the one you came in and one other, roughly, a little west of center, on the south wall.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Well,
I'm all for
Alrighty then.
continuing. Yep.
sure.
Okay,
Shall we go out the south door and?
I think so.
Sure. You open the
distance
south door and walk through, and you find yourself back in that big square room where you had walked out of the portcullis and into the hallway.
Oh.
Okay.
Well. Shall we try the other hallway? After
Sure.
the portcullis?
Yeah.
Right, you begin to make your way south. This is a winding tunnel. First, it kind of turns you to the west, and then back to the south, and then to the east again. It takes you on many curves before you face south, and straight ahead of you is what looks like a ironclad wooden door that is closed, and there are several strands of webbing across it, like spider silk. And as you walk your way down the hall, in your head, you suddenly hear a voice that says, "Wait!"
Oh, I stop, and I motion for the others to stop.
"Don't
Yeah.
go yet."
Oh.
And
Interesting.
actually, the loudest. So it's kind of a rough whisper in everyone else, but Chaka Kano, you hear it very clearly. Like for you, with your telepathic ability, it comes through like someone is talking to you, like just straight up. Don't go in yet. Hold on.
I guess Takakano raises his fist and says, "Did anyone else hear that?"
No.
Yeah, I caught
No.
the whisper of something.
You,
The whispers-
as you.
No,
Go ahead.
Oh, just Takakano relays what was said.
And then as you kind of stop, all of a sudden you hear this little like tink tink of glass hitting together, and from the ceiling descends what look like four clear bottles containing a purple liquid on a piece of spider silk, and it dangles down next to you.
Oh. Well. Is there a spider up there? Hello? I take a potion from the web.
As do I.
Okay.
No, thank you.
All right, so there's
Takakano
three.
shrugs and gets two then, I guess.
All right, you grab it, and then the webbing falls, and you hear a rustling overhead, and as it moves, and you can hear that's like legs scurrying away quickly, and Chaka Kano, you hear in your head something like, "Thank you for answering the call."
Interesting.
Oh, and then drink before going forward.
Well, some sort of benevolent spider folk want to help us.
You only live once. I chug mine down.
I drink my potion too.
Likewise.
All right. So for you three, you feel a warm, tingling sensation fill your entire body as you suddenly feel stronger, fully restored on hit points and spell slots.
Nice.
I tell Hen that it feels good and I am all restored, and I recommend it.
You know what else feels
Yeah,
good?
come on, Hen.
Frogs.
Give in to peer pressure.
Try some.
This is good stuff.
Everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
No thanks. One of these days, you guys are gonna drink a random potion, and it's gonna be poison. And you're gonna die, and I'm gonna be at your funerals, and I'm gonna be sad, but I'm gonna say, well, I told them. I tried. So, it's not on me.
Hen, yeah. What's be your, how injured are you, lass?
I'm fine. Not really all that injured at all.
Alright, I think we should, keep this potion in, yeah, we'll hold this back for Hen in case she needs it.
All right.
You don't have to, like, really.
Alright. I guess we shall open the door.
All right. You push the door open, and the first thing you notice is just this awful smell of like sulfur and rot, and a kind of a chanting sound, but almost like a group of voices coming from a single mouth from within, as your vision allows you to see a vast cavern, like 150 feet wide and 100 feet across. In the center of it is chained to the ground a like oversized rotting head, like what is it? The mutant from Total Recall, but blown up to the proportion of a huge monstrosity. The whole thing wrapped and bound and just dripping with ooze. It's quite gross.
Yeah, that tis gross. Okay. Is that head where the sounds are coming from?
Yes, it is. It's chittering and chatting. And then as you walk in, who walks in first?
It's not going to be me.
I do. I walk in first.
Okay, you walk in first. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, 17.
That saves, I believe. Should. Let me see. Oh, no, it does not. Oh, wow. Okay, you suddenly turn, you're like, guys, this is like my best friend. He's totally chill. And like, this is from my previous life. I never had a chance to tell you, but he's totally cool.
Big head from us.
Yes, she's talking about the big head.
Yes, no. How far away is this big head from us?
Oh, center of the room, so about 50 feet.
Okay. Just checking. Let us see. Here. Oh, perfect. I cast Fireball at the head.
Okay.
I don't trust it,
for it.
and it looks gross. All right, that's like a 19 to cast.
Oh, dang. Yeah, you're very successful.
All right. And that'd be 34 fire damage to the head.
Isn't it have a chance to... Isn't there a save
Dex
on
save.
that?
Yeah, there's a save. Dexterity saving throw. So, I mean, it's chained to the floor. How much dexterity
Yeah.
can it have?
None. So, yeah, you're right. It does take that damage.
And does that
All right.
snap Yora out of it?
She in fact is like, guys, what are you doing? Why would you hurt it? He's chill.
Okay. All right. So what is the head's reaction to getting incinerated, but for 34 points of damage?
Well, he's already gone, so let's have, well, actually, I can have, that's right, thank you for reminding me, he does have legendary actions.
His way of getting
First,
ahead in life.
let's have, Chaka Kano, and don't forget you have your water elemental hanging with you still. You guys all roll initiative.
Rolling initiative.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Let's see here. Well, since I already cast the fireball, does that mean I'm already kind of...
you're rolling for the water elemental.
All right, I rolled an 18 for the water elemental.
Okay. I'm still waiting for Hen.
Oh, sorry. That is a 20. Dirty 20.
Oh, you too. Interesting. All right. Okay, so let's, I guess, Chaka Kano, go ahead and go while I think of something.
Well, Chaka Kano's worried about getting into physical range of this guy because he doesn't have exactly the strongest mental fortitude. But what he does have is 5 javelins. So he starts chucking javelins.
Okay.
So let's see here. Javelins can do strength based. Oh, dang it.
If you're dex based if you throw them, and strength based if you're using them as a stabbing item. So if you run up and stab.
Yeah, that sucks then. Alright. Chaka Kano charges head first.
Okay. Chaka Kano screams and charges in.
Well, first he gets within range of it, then he screams. Doing rage.
Okay, well it is 50 feet from you, so what's your movement?
40 feet?
Okay, so you can get up to within 10 feet of it.
Oh, dang, but my range is only 5 feet. No.
Well, you can do something else. You can move somewhere midway.
Alright, no, he runs up to get within 10 feet of it, so when he does enrage, it still takes 3 points of fire damage.
Alright, you run up and you enrage. So it takes 3 points of fire damage.
Just for narration purpose, since the enraging doesn't really help with his damage when throwing his javelin, because it's only strength-based melee bonus he gets. So as he's running in, he just starts chucking javelin.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah. So. Oh, what am I plus to hit? I was trying to think of it. Should be. Okay, proficiency plus that. Cool. So that's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
All right. And that hit for I hit for. I have to use my dex for the damage modifier.
Yes.
Right. But wouldn't it be strength though? Because of how hard you throw?
Here, I'll look up real quick.
It's not really a finesse.
Throwing the javelin in 5e. Most throwing weapons. Oh, most throwing weapons do not use dexterity; they use strength.
It's how hard you throw, not how tricky.
Yeah.
Now, only if you have a feat to use the dex. Okay, good. So that's 9 piercing.
Yeah.
And the second one is a 22 to hit. Wait, no, so 9. 12 piercing. And then the second one, 22 to hit. So the first one, hit that works 2, 3, 11 piercing. And the third javelin is a 26 to hit with 14 piercing. Wait, sorry, wait, never mind.
Nice.
Scratch the
All right.
last one because he enraged. He only gets 2 attacks, so the last one doesn't count. The 14.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, still. All right. You ran in. You threw it. So what he is going to do, since you had asked me before about getting hit by the thing, the response is, I guess he's going to squirt bile at Gago.
And that vial
And so
over 50 feet?
it can reach 120 feet.
Oh,
Jesus.
okay.
And so
One hell of a.
So I need you. Yes, it is. So I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Ah, well, great. What I am known for. What is my dexterity? I actually get +1 on that thing. Alright. Alright, dexterity saving throw. That should be a 17.
Nice. You successfully dodge out of the way, and it does no damage to you. All right. Hen, what do you do?
I am going to use a spell slot and create a force cannon.
Okay.
And I will use my bonus action to activate that and try to hit the thing.
All right. What's your range on that?
120 feet.
Excellent.
I made sure.
It is truly a force to be reckoned with.
And the puns start again.
Do I need to roll something to hit? Probably.
You know your spell better than I do.
Okay. Yeah, it's only 11.
Okay, that does not hit. I mean, it's
Alright.
successful to cast, but it definitely, you're not going to hit anything with that.
No, yeah, that does not hit
You
then.
can't hit a stationary target. What kind of cannon do you conjure?
What about
with
your
two
B-boy?
I've recently realized if I use my bonus action, that's what I use to command B-boy. So I use my bonus action to activate the cannon, so I cannot command B-boy.
Gotcha. Okay, well then what's your main action?
That was creating the cannon.
Oh, creating the cannon. Gotcha. All right, I understand. All right,
Yeah.
the water elemental.
Uh,
Yeah.
It is going to burble forward 30 feet into the room, and it's still going to be 20 feet away from the thing.
Okay. Sounds good. He is going to see that water elemental coming, and he is going to attempt to warp it. I need you to have it make a Constitution saving throw.
1 second, let me look up see if this thing is. It said warp it.
Yeah, just Constitution saving throw is the important thing.
Yeah.
That is a +4 on Constitution.
So I rolled a 12, so +4 makes it a 16.
16, and does that save? Let me see. It does not.
Of course not.
Okay. So the water elemental is now poisoned and has 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, it is immune from poisoning.
Oh, good, but it still has 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
All right. Let's see. I guess we can go to Yora.
Okay, do I get to roll at all to try to break it free of the spell?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You have that on you. Let me look really quick. Companions affiliate. I don't see anything here. All I see is that you're just charmed by it, and you're just gotta convince you're compelled to spend your action basically trying to convince everyone that it's your friend and not attack it.
Okay. Alright. You guys, don't attack it, it's great. Hey, it's the best. It's Bob. I know Bob. He's
Well, when you put it
old neighbor.
that way.
I used to next to him. He had this little. They had the forest, the upland. And it was nice.
That's it. Oh. You could like.
Well, if there was my choice, I would not move closer to these. But I guess since I am interested, I will take a half step forwards.
Okay, I think I heard you taking a few steps forward.
Just half step. A small step.
Small steps, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, in that case, alright, let's see. So we're back to its turn, which means... So, it kind of locks eyes with Takakano, and you see this just like clouds are emanating from it. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Takakano. Losing you and hit the sails up now. Okay. That fails, which means that you get to take 14 poison damage.
Oh no.
Okay, now. It has the ability. Let's see. It lunges around in its chains. Is there a. It lunges around in its chains, throwing itself forward. And you notice that where you thought the chains were totally anchored to the floor, they're actually just seem to always find purchase in that way. As it throws itself forward, Chakano, and attempts to bite. That is a dirty 20 to hit, which I'm pretty sure hits.
Oh.
So you take. There it is. 13 piercing damage and 8 acid damage as its saliva drips down over you.
Okay.
And then after it releases you, you hear this sucking sound as it kind of turns to the side, seeing Jago, and it's angered from its last attempt, so it hawks a loogie straight at him.
Wow, that is
So that's
a lot of different responses and attacks in a turn.
that would be 2. And so I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Once again. That'd be a 7.
So this time you get splashed with that loogie, and it hits you for 16 acid damage.
Awesome.
Alright, but it's your turn.
Alright, so did it move away from Chakrakano at all when it turned and spat a loogie at me?
No, it just turned. It's right next to him.
Alright, God damn it. Well, alright, hold on a sec. Oh, perfect. I cast a lightning bolt at it.
Alrighty.
That's less likely to hit Chakrakano.
Unless you
that'd
that one.
be a
We'll see.
Say what? No, I didn't that one. That'd be a 14.
Okay. You successfully cast it. Which means... yeah, he's gonna... Oh, yeah, well, he's gonna fail that dexterity save throw for sure.
Nice. Alright.
So, yeah, you hit him with it.
Roll it. Rolling for damage. Let's be 35 lightning damage. Ooh, and hold on a sec. Since I cast that, let me see if I can do something else here, because there's something that happens when I cast a lightning. Oh, he's further away than 10 feet to me. Okay. Nope. So never mind. So just the 35 lightning damage.
All right. Well, it cracks into him, and he's as he takes the hit.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Takakano.
Takakano readies his great axe and finishes his charge up to him and takes a swing at 26 to hit. So
That hits.
is make sure I get the damage right with everything these days. That's a 21 slashing.
Okay.
And next is a 22 to hit, so that is only 11 slashing. That was a low hit. And the third swing, nat 1.
Oh no. Let's see what happens here. I feel like you go to swing and you accidentally throw your axe like across the room. Like it's the goo, the acid that got on you caused your hand to become slippery, and it launched out of your hand.
That's not.
That's my deal.
I don't know how else to deal with that. There's no one else around you, so you just kind of, it just slips. All right, end. Oh.
All right. Well, I'll use my action to activate the force cannon. And
Okay.
that is... Aha! Dirty 20 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Finally, I can do something. And, oh yeah, also has to make a dex save. Wait, what is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna fail that because total roll is being 9.
Alright, it'll be pushed like 5 feet away, so not that bad, but it also takes, what is that? Well, 19 force damage.
Dang, nice hit.
Yippee!
All right.
And now I have a bonus action, so B-Boy can do something. And I'll have B-Boy buzz on over. And cast Tasha's Caustic Brew through it.
Okay.
So that will be... Plus 2d4. First to hit. It's a 16 to hit.
It does not hit.
Alright, and that would be my turn.
Alright, he is going to cast a spell at you. I forgot I'm supposed to do other things. Yes, I was going to do it before the last one, and I totally forgot. So I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Of course, my most proficient saving throw, and I nat 1. So it doesn't matter.
So in that case, you take 17 psychic damage, and your intelligence and charisma scores are reduced to 1.
I'm stupid now.
And not charming.
No, I wasn't very charming to begin with.
Yeah, but particularly now that your charisma's 1. Alright, and...
Yora says,
What?
one of us. One of us.
Hey, what side are you on?
Well, I'm bewitched right now, so I'm just playing into it a little bit.
Alright, the water elemental. He is under an exhaustion, so let me double check, make sure and see what that means, if anything. He just has disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
Frozen
How big is this creature?
It's huge.
Okay, so he's probably not going to try to whelm it then.
No, that
All
would
right.
not work.
Well, he is going to burble on forward and He's gonna make a couple of slam attacks.
Alrighty.
Oh my god. So first one's 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Nah, imagine that. Okay. Next one's better. Dirty 20 to hit.
That one hits.
Yeah. Okay. 2d8. That is 7 plus 4 is 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that is its
Alright.
turn.
That's alright. You do that, and it just like, oh, water. And just kind of immediately upchucks directly into the pool that is the water elemental. I need you to have it roll a Constitution saving throw.
That is 19 plus 4. That's 23.
Alright, it's alright.
Oh, good.
That's a good successful save. Alright. Yora.
Hmm.
So, you're did your one of us thing. Perhaps you could so kindly help your friend and introduce her to your friend. You know, introduce like Hen to Bob or however it went.
Yes. Well, I see you've met Bob finally. Isn't he wonderful? All hail
We
Bob.
got parties.
If you have an intelligence of 1, does that mean you can't talk now?
You can still make words. I've met people that have intelligence of 1 and they still somehow speak.
We have quite a few in the American Senate.
Oh my god. And in the electorate too, yes.
Yes.
You could have a cabinet position.
Oh, goody. Shopping.
So
Make Bob
I think
great
Yora,
again.
you should lead Hen from the position 30 feet in towards Bob to like you're gonna be like, here, come, meet him.
I know it's not
Okay.
like helping me, but is it possible that I drop the cannon as I'm like, Lord boy?
Yeah, we can say that when you got hit, you got feeble mind, and it just like fell out of your hand.
Alright,
Fell
there's a
around.
cannon on the ground.
Yeah, there you go.
None of us know how to use it.
Activate it.
Well, since
Alright,
I'm
but
sort
this is
of like, since I'm sort of bewitched, I go very slowly. You know, like just sort of a very lazy, meandering pace.
alright. Sounds good. Alright, this guy, despite being pushed back, he's just like angry at this, and whips up his chain and attempts to smack Chaka Khan with it. But that's only a 12 hit. Wow, I rolled terribly.
Just go up.
Alright, so you dodge that. Well, he actually has the ability to swing back and try and hit you again. And, good. Or it's not 30. Yeah, I'm rolling terribly.
Oh,
I guess we just go to then. So, is it my turn? Yes, it is. Alright. Yeah, no. Not really. You attack. Yeah, but Why is it so bad?
I don't know. That's good.
Well, my head is what the crap? They're just saying that. I'm gonna need to like restart my router once a week or something. Trying to deal with this. This is absurd.
Yeah, that's really bad. But it's bad for everyone. So is that?
Yeah. It's not me. That's probably the entire system is straining.
Discord needs to up his game.
Well, I'm wondering if part of their log tonight, people like streaming a lot of movies, talking to it and stuff online, just eating all the bandwidth.
It's possible. But yeah, our stuff is just bad. It's going from 327, 333.
Oh, I'm in the 500s.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, you see how I can do anything we can.
Yeah.
And I'll see completely.
Alright, and you
The little green light turned on, but nobody's home.
Yep.
Well, good by text. Roll a hit.
Yep.
Well, 27 to hit is a hit. $13 piercing damage. Got it. $26 to hit. Yep. 10 piercing damage. Alright. You only have those two, right? Is it? Oh, you have an offhanded javelin, and you have only it. Yeah, go ahead and roll again. No good there. Just go ahead and roll regular damage. Well, hopefully. What's your regular damage come to?
And we're back.
Excellent.
Hey, there we go.
Brutal, critical. Wait, 48. Okay. Good lord.
Nice.
A poor creature.
That
Die!
was with just the regular javelin too, because he was using his magical on his offhand, and then I guess just got a lucky shot with the regular.
Yeah, he did. My poor creature's barely hanging on by a thread. And I was wandering down.
Jabbing it through one of the eyes and getting up close and screaming at its face.
Yeah, pretty much. Damn, that's brutal. Oh, also, I did forget. I needed you at the beginning. I forgot to do this back at the beginning of his turn. I needed you to make a DC Constitution saving throw.
Another one? Okay.
Yeah, you have to do one at the
Uh,
beginning every time he starts a turn. I forgot about it.
Oh, 19.
That's still not quite what we need, and you take 10 poison damage.
Oh, ouch.
I know you're like immune or something. Oh yeah, you're immune to
Yeah.
poison, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
And hence
Sorry,
why
I
would you
shouldn't have
say
even
him
bothered.
poison? I'm just like, oh no, poor Chaka Kano. Whatever is he going to do?
All right, well, fine. I'm sorry I had you do the wrong thing. Um, instead, let's see. I do need to use up some of those legendary actions, though. So why don't I have him? Why don't I do this? Let's have the water elemental make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Let's see what that's. Yeah, what is this wisdom? Okay. All right, wisdom saving for a throw. Ooh, that'd be a 17.
17.
The wise
All
element.
right. Quite.
It's very good.
Oh, I hate that it doesn't tell me. Where's this? Ugh. What's the typical DC on that? It's like it's 15 plus your modifier, right?
I'm looking. It doesn't say what my DC is.
No. For in general, the general rule of thumb. I thought Alex remembered.
For saving throws? Oh,
Yeah.
for magic. Magic is typically, I don't know, it averages out around 15 around there, something like that. But otherwise, it's like a 10 plus proficiency.
Oh, 10 plus. Okay.
But
All right,
it depends. Like legendary creatures naturally have a lot more.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it to him on this one and say the water elemental's fine. Let's see what Hen does.
Am I still
Dumb.
dumb?
Oh, you're dumb. You're very dumb.
Okay. Am I inclined to convince the others that this guy's chill, or no?
No, you're just dumb.
You're just dumb. Okay. I'm gonna sit on the floor and play with B-Boy.
Okay.
I just kind of sit and like toss a little piece of scrap metal around as if I'm like playing fetch with it, but B-Boy doesn't really do that, so he just kind of sits and looks at me, and I just laugh really dumbly.
Okay, that sounds good. Given your proximity and Yora, so I need you and Yora actually both to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
Hooray! 8. I'm just not rolling well.
I also got an 8.
All right, you both breathe in a noxious gas, and take 21 poison damage.
Oh my god. Okay.
Jesus.
All right, and then Chaka Kano, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw. This is for something different.
Nat 1.
Oh no.
Wheels start coming off.
So normally you're immune to poison, so that wouldn't affect you, and you would take 1 level of exhaustion. But I think in this case, you have to, with a nat 1, you take 2. which means your speed is halved.
Okay. Thankfully, he's still right in the face of the giant head.
Yeah, you are. You are. It's just something that happened. It's the water elemental's turn.
Ah, yes. Well, the water elemental will once again make two slam attacks.
All right.
All right. The first one be 13.
Does not hit.
The second one be a nat 20.
Well, that one hits.
All right. I shall roll again to see if it's crit. No. He rolled a 3 on that one. All right. So 2d8 plus 4 doubled. Is that what it is?
Yes.
All right. That'd be 13 plus 4 is 17. Doubled is 34.
Well, so with the damage that Chakakano had caused last time, this causes it to, well, die.
Yay!
But as it dies, it has a how can I say this? So as it dies, it normally would, have a advanced decay that would be damaging, but instead the water of the elemental floods into it, causing it to drown, and you see the water pushing the acid and bile out of its pores, and that acid mixes back in, and then suddenly it just oozes out into a pile on the floor. The water elemental appears to be no more, but the creature is totally dead and is like melting like the Wicked Witch.
The water
then
elemental
looks
sacrificed itself.
No.
Oh,
That's so sad.
what
Here's
just
our buddy.
happened?
Yeah.
I
So, yeah, you wake back up. You're totally fine.
I still stupid.
Let me check on that real quick. You failed to save. The creature can. You cannot cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in an intelligible way. So I guess no, you couldn't talk. The creature, you can identify your friends and follow them, even protect them. At the end of every 30 days, you can repeat your saving throw, and if you succeed, the spell ends. So currently, yes, you are still stupid.
For 30 days.
Yep.
Oh,
There are
no.
magical cures. Greater restoration, heal, or wish spell will remove it, but otherwise, yes, you are.
I have lesser restoration. Does that work at all?
Nope, it has
let's
to be
see.
greater.
Oh my god. Okay. We're going to fix you, head. Don't worry. You
Takakano has an idea.
Well, there's still that purple potion that Hen did not
Exactly.
drink beforehand.
Yeah, exactly. We just shove it down her throat. Maybe
Yes.
maybe it has restorative properties.
I mean, she's not going to resist you, so yeah, you go and you shove it down her throat, and she's like, ooh, that feels tingly. And her hit points come back, as do her spell slots, but not her mind or her charisma.
All right.
She's like a less attractive Zap Brannigan.
Great.
Well, in that case, I am going to draw a teleportation circle, and I'm going to get us out of here.
Okay, so you're... Alright, you draw a teleportation circle. Assuming the standard 10 feet in diameter on the floor, where are you teleporting to? Where do you know where to go?
So let's see here. When you first gain the ability to cast the spell, you learn the sigil sequences for 2 destinations on the material plane determined by the DM.
You can drop
Okay.
off in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's up to Ben where we end up.
Well, let's say one of them is somewhere that you'll know well. How about like your ship? You know, because since that's I'm assuming it's where you're most comfortable. You would know it as a common place, somewhere you could easily return to. The other one,
So it says
Be
many
another good
major
one.
temples, guilds, and other important places have permanent teleportation circles inscribed somewhere within their confines. So maybe a temple somewhere?
Yeah. How about one of the where you stayed before, that temple in the temple district? You happened to, you were there and you were like, oh, that's cool, and you just kind of noted it offhand, and then you happen to be able to remember it now that you've learned how to do this.
That sounds great. Yes, let's do that.
Wait, but the mystery of the temple is there maybe anything around? Are we leaving just now?
Well, I mean, our companion is incurably stupid right now.
Well, let's. I do like the idea of leaving, but can we look around the room and see if there's anything in it really quick before we leave?
Sure. Well, it's going to take me a while to draw up the teleportation circle. So yeah, while I'm doing that, you can look around.
Okay.
Yeah, you got like 10 minutes or something. So, as he's starting to do that, you hear that skittering, and the rest of you hear this whisper, but Takakano, you hear, "Thank you."
Aw.
And there's a couple of webs drop from the ceiling, and this just ridiculously large spider with this kind of undulating back. You could see almost like brains pushing out through bubbles on it as it comes down, and it kind of descends from the ceiling and extends a pincer out towards Chakakano.
I was hoping for a more adorable picture, but this is hard to like this creature.
Damn.
Oh, come on. You spend your every night in the company of a ant person that never sleeps. What's wrong with this guy?
I mean, there is that.
I don't know. I'm sort of imagining Chakakano as like a teenage mutant ninja turtle, and this is like a freak from the void spider type of thing. His
Dang.
pincers
I
are
mean, aside
ugly
from
and
the fact
red.
that- Oh, come on.
It's
Don't be
eating a brain.
judgmental.
Okay, alright.
Kano eats brains on occasion too.
Yeah.
It did
like
help
tofu.
us. It gave us, yeah. It gave us the potion, so that was nice.
It's just head cheese. That's all.
Yeah.
Head cheese.
What do you think I made the potions with?
That makes it a whole lot worse. Oh my god. All right.
I don't know. Takakano shakes the pincher, though.
He's like, I knew that putting an aspect of myself into the world above would be helpful. You took it, and you returned my call.
What aspect of
Okay.
Take the unicorn horn?
No, it brushes your clothing back and forth.
Oh, that's it. Oh, okay, look at that. See? See?
What?
That's how-
This
that's-
wall. this because Chakana was wearing it of your jacket?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, my God. Oh my God.
It says, "This thing has been poisoning my people for the longest time. I owe you great thanks. May I give you something?"
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, Chaka. Yeah, of course. We never say no to free things.
I guess I can't. I
Usually
can't
just
really
take
hear
them.
it. Yeah.
So, what he grabs, basically, let me see if I can find it. It looks like a cuttlefish, but it's like carved out of. It looks like carved out of wood, more or less. But not wood. It's vibrant and almost glowing. It looks like it's almost like a fossilized entity that was filled with all sorts of like almost magical glass. The way it glows and looks cool.
Cool. The glass sculpture.
And we'll grasp
But
at
what
it.
does it do?
I don't know. We found it down here. It is a part of our most beautiful possession. So we pass it on to you, and thanks for helping us.
Voice.
Oh, yeah, we did something kind of nice for once.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I wonder how it worked out.
Yeah.
All right. So this conversation happens while Gago finishes up making the portal. I assume it got done.
Now to cast the spell.
All right. You cast
All
the
right.
spell, and the runes glow, opening up the center doorway for you.
Perfect. Luckily, I did not nat one. 'Cause that would have been bad. All right, I take
Wait.
Hen by her arm, and I'm like, "Come on, Hen, let's take your b-boy with you."
I like put it on my shoulder and give it a little pat on its head.
And then I lead her into the circle.
Awesome.
And then I'm
Chakano,
hoping
you-
that, Chakano and Yora follow me.
Yes, I go into the circle.
We'll say Chakakana does too.
Yes. He's just cradling the magical cute cuttlefish right now.
Awesome. All right. Well, you guys are all transported to the temple. You recognize it. This is the one that had all the gambling and stuff, where you had been transported to that other realm for a little while. You're back in the marketplace in the temple district.
Oh, the Temple of Luck?
Yes. Well, the goddess
Oh.
of gambling or whatever it was.
And more
Oh,
of
yeah.
Yeah.
I take
Are
out my
the-
shamrock.
Okay.
My shamrock medallion that I
Are the priest surprised to see us? After all, we just popped into existence right in their temple.
They were momentarily shocked, but then were less
So did I.
like. What? Oh, you cut out completely for a while there.
Oh, okay.
No, it's great. Your sentence, the second half of your sentence came in way after Jay spoke, which was kind of fun. Um, so you have your thing out, and the priests were not particularly surprised. They're just like, yeah, this kind of stuff happens here.
All right, cool. Me lucky priests there. We have a companion that's in need of greater restoration spell.
Oh, okay. Well, this is a place of gaming, so let's have them roll for it. Try their luck.
Wait, I give my medallion to Hen.
Oh, excellent. You just kind of pin it on her.
Yep. Well, I think it's on a chain. I'm not sure, but yeah, I just kind of I put it around
Okay.
her neck if it's on a chain.
Perfect. I dig it. So yeah, you give it to her. She doesn't even know what it is, but you put it there, which does give her advantage in this place. So roll 2d20s and take the highest.
Four and not 20.
Nice.
Thank God.
Shamrock.
I was so worried.
Yes, you get fully restored. In fact, it's the fullest of full restorations. You are in excellent health.
Yippee! What
Yay.
happened?
Yeah, and you come to consciousness back in your favorite place.
Oh God, what are we doing here?
That's that meat sack we were fighting hit you with some kind of a whammy that made you do nothing but drool and play patty cake with your b-boy. So we had to restore you.
I mean, it was kind of blissful.
Oh, there you go. All right. Yay! Our companion is safe again.
Yay.
Now we can just
I'm gonna
figure out
be-
what this blown glass cuttlefish thing is.
Yeah. I nudge Hen and I say, I'm gonna be needing that medallion back now.
Oh God, I was gambling. All right, remind me. Memo: never go unconscious ever again.
Maybe
You may not have a choice.
maybe if we take the cuttlefish to like the magic market, they will know more about it.
I mean, I can do an Arcana check on it right now.
Oh yeah.
All right. Doing an Arcana check. That'd be a 21.
Oh yeah, it is smoking hot. That is
Like
the hottest Arcana thing you have dealt with. It is like as magical as magic gets.
Me companions, we must tread carefully with this one. We are I sense great power in this device here, which means that there will be other people that want it. So
As per usual.
best we tuck it away.
Yora takes out a spare black cloak that she has and, says, maybe we should wrap it up with this.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea.
Just to be safe.
I ask one of the temple priests, Be there a place around here that is a repository of knowledge?
Well, we've got our own little library, but really the knowledge traders are the best repository around.
Right. Yes, maybe we should go over there.
I mean, you hear some mumbling. The other guy's like, I mean, their head guy kind of got blown up, but I mean, the rest of everyone else is still working and doing their thing.
Oh, so when you say knowledge traders, do you mean all the wizards?
Well, that's the knowledge traders.
I remember this actually. Last time I wanted to go there.
Oh, that's right. All right, damn it. Yeah. Well, can you show me to your library, and maybe I will look around for some information.
Oh, sure. You go over. He kind of shows you this little area, and it's not huge. It's like a room that's got some books around it.
Okay. I shall look at the books.
All right. It's like how to put this? It's like the greatest gambling story. Gambler, secrets from a life of risk, losing big, the logic of betting.
Yeah, that's what I
Casino
thought.
Gambling for Dummies. Yeah.
Perhaps they could point us in the direction of a larger library, maybe? Like a grand city library.
We'd be in a... Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
in
go
the
ahead.
market in the middle of nowhere. They didn't exactly carry everything with them. Just enough stuff they could bring in converts and then, teach them the way.
No, I mean, like a town library.
Well, yeah, you can go back to a town somewhere, but I mean, you'd have to leave the market for it.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I'm a little bit on the stumped side. And do you have any ideas?
I just got my intelligence back. Give me a second. I don't know. I mean, I can't disguise myself to go to the knowledge traders. I've done it
Yes,
before.
we've done this one before.
Well, okay. That might not be a bad idea. And maybe you should disguise yourself, and then you can take young glass octopus to the knowledge traders and see if you can get any information about it from them.
Alright. I mean, York and Wild can come with me too.
Yeah. I wild shape into a mouse, and I go inside of Ken's pocket.
Alright. I will cast Alter Self to change my disguise.
All right.
I mean, it was only an
You do
11 to
that.
cast, but
You're willing, and you're here, and you're a bit boosted by the restoration that you received. You basically have, with the nat 20 that you rolled, you got like the full Goddess Blessing package. So you're fully disguised.
good and more
basically.
exposed. Alright, cool. Alright, I don't know what should I look like. Who's a guy who would come in with like a weird cuttlefish thing?
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill?
Superman.
I know who Henry Cavill is. Henry Cavill's hot as hell. Of course I know who Henry Cavill is.
I'm just saying, The type of guy you just randomly see with a weird cuttlefish thing, he would do that, because
I
he
was gonna
really
say,
believes
like,
in.
crazy looking sailor dude or fisherman, but okay.
I mean, sure, you could do like Old Man in the Sea.
I guess
Of
I'll just
course,
say
now
I
everything.
caught it in my nets or something like that.
There you
I don't
go.
know. All
Of
right.
course, every time I think of Old
Sailor
Man in the
dude.
Sea now, I think of like Jude Law playing him. But anyway,
Another attractive man. I don't see what the problem is. All right, I'm gonna start walking.
fine. You want to go the other way? How about Willem Dafoe? The lighthouse is Willem Dafoe.
Yeah,
That
lighthouse.
No.
You liked my lobster, didn't you, boy? All right, cool. I'm gonna start rattling on about lobster.
There you
Okay.
go.
And no one can touch my light. It's my light. I'm gonna jack off to it. Anyways, that's what happens in the lighthouse.
Okay.
I know.
Well, yeah, no, but
I gave her a look. I'm like,
yeah.
what's going on here?
It's a
Alright.
it's an 2030 movie.
That's great. It's so my funny. Anyways, I'll put Laurel like. You know what? This also tracks for just like a mouse on. So they're gonna go around a church and we'll have to knowledge traders. I turned to check on and I'll be like, "Are you behave now?" That's a call.
So you take off. So basically, we just got Gago and Chekov chilling. What are you guys gonna do? Just play games and stuff?
Well, I was thinking about trying to follow her discreetly to provide backup in case something was wrong.
I like this.
The Chakano was a little bit hard to hide. Because I think we probably still have those cloaks that we had way back when we were trying to disguise ourselves.
And Chekov looks more human now with his whole suit and everything he's got.
Well, there you go. Alright, so I'm going to wrap myself in my disguise cloak and just kind of follow along discreetly, not wanting to be part of, not wanting to be people to think that I'm with Hen, but that I'm still within range to help out.
Right on. Yeah, you hang back, and he hangs behind you. So it's like that scene with the people in the church where they're all pointing guns at each other. But you're walking through the market. Eventually we'll say Hen gets to the knowledge traders, and Hen, you're looking around. What are you looking for here?
I guess I'll look for someone who, I don't know, anyone who looks like they might dabble in like artifacts maybe, or magic, statues, items, that sort of thing.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll say that you search around for a while, and you come upon someone. It's like a little shop it's kind of like a magic item shop.
I'll come go trompsing in.
All right, you see the guy sitting there studying. He's got like a monocle, and he's staring at the intricate carvings on some box. Looks very old, and he kind of glances up at you as you walk in.
Do you mind? I find this in my nets while I was up fishing and wanted to know if it was worth anything.
He looks at it, kind of glances back and forth, and he's like, it looks like, what do they call it? Sea glass, fishing lures, whatever. Yeah, I could give you a few silver for it if you want. I got a nephew that loves things.
Well, no, I just want to know if, maybe do something.
Do something. It's yeah, I'm sure you like buy a net to it or something. I don't know. Fine. Here, how about a gold piece? I'll give you a gold piece for it.
I wasn't really looking to sell just yet. In quite a few
Oh, well,
years, and something come up in my neck like this.
oh, gotcha. All right. Well, yeah, no, it's I like the coloring a lot. I think my nephew's really gonna like it. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 5 gold pieces for it.
Of course, he's not getting the point.
Oh no, sorry. I just wanted a evaluation, as it were. But thank you.
Oh, you're looking at. Oh, jeez. I thought you were looking to sell. You look like such a crusty old sailor that doesn't know anything. I just figured that's what I was doing. All right, yeah. If you want me to do a full exam and actually evaluate it for you, that's different. I just didn't expect someone, that looks like you to have any type of refined taste.
How to feel about that?
You should feel like you were very successful at your disguise.
Yeah. Well,
He's
if
like,
you
all
would.
right. Yeah, I could do a full evaluation on it. I do charge for my services, so if you could give me 1 gold piece as a down payment, please.
Gold piece? How much do you think I'd be selling fish for?
I don't know, but you are in the Knowledge Traders District, which means knowledge is not free. You have to trade for it. Did you bring a load of fish with you? I could trade you for a bunch of fish, and I could feed all of the people out here, and that'd, get me in real good with the community.
Fish on me, I wanted to look and smell my best.
Ah,
But I suppose I could part with 1 gold piece, and I'll rummage around in my bag and try really hard to make sure he doesn't see that I actually have, like, hundreds of gold pieces.
Alright, let's roll. He notices you have more coins in there, but he doesn't say anything.
Okay.
I rolled a great perception check for him, not that it matters.
No. Alright. I'll hand him over a gold piece.
Alright, he starts taking a look at it. He's like, this thing's old. Like, thousands of years old, and it is teeming with magic. You see him, like, close his eyes and put a hand on it, and all of a sudden, the whole, like, shop and everything starts glowing. And he's like, whoops, somehow I accidentally cast Fairy Fire. Sorry about that, not sure what happened there. This thing has got a bit of spark in it. So, yeah, I'm gonna say this is a ancient, wondrous something, and it is probably worth a small fortune.
Well, that'd be good to know.
Not very informative, but yeah, at least we know it's valuable.
He's
Guess
not
I have no
sure
clue
what it does, but...
does.
Well, as far as his opinion is, how about this? He says, well, as far as I can tell, it predates civilization itself. So, take from that what you will.
Well, I suppose that's good. Well, I will have to look into this further, methinks. If you wouldn't mind handing it back.
Oh yeah, here you go. Have fun. It and everything else around you is just glowing from that fairy fire.
Wow. I will discreetly make my way back out of the Knowledge Traders District.
Awesome. Yep, you make your way out, and actually on your way out, let's say you first pass by Gago and then later bump into Chakakano, who's looking quite human.
I crawl out of Hen's pocket and up onto Hen's shoulder in my mouse form.
All right. You chirp. Do you try to communicate with like Chakakano or anything?
Yes, I tell Chakakano kind of what happened, and I think that maybe it's some kind of magic amplifier based on what happened in the shop.
Well, it didn't amplify anything he was doing. It just kind of happened. On accident.
This thing is teeming with magic. I can't tell if it stores it or just does something. But
Like a chaotic magical repository. I'm not sure.
Interesting. That is for sure. I think it'd be time for us to go regroup somewhere and figure out what to do next.
Yes.
Let us
Alright.
let us get back to Timora's temple and put our heads together.
all right.
Okay.
All right. Well, you guys wander back to the temple, and let's on your way there, pan the camera up to the skies, fade to black, and pick up here next time.
All right. Yay!
Yay!
That could have gone worse.
Yes. You gotta love successive light fireball and lightning bolt spells.
Yeah, that worked
That
pretty
did it.
well.
That did a ton of damage.
Massive damage.
I was bummed that I was just incapacitated for the final battle, but it all worked out.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. I kept thinking one of your companions might do something to set you free.
I don't think
Like-
any of them have any like lesser restoration or anything.
Nah.
All they
Yeah,
would have
I
had to do was slap you.
Well, how are we supposed to know?
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
you would think damaging the creature that cast it would, I guess if it's not a concentration thing.
nope, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I guess the only one with experience honking noses and poking eyes was already incapacitated, so.
Eh.
Mm.
But that
Better
doesn't
than
usually work
honking
when
eyes.
someone is charmed, does it? You can just slap them out of it?
I think you can.
It depends on the spell.
Ah.
But that particular one, yeah, any damage would break it.
Okay. Well, good to know. Remember that for next time. But yeah, Hen got the worst of it. Charisma.
I was seriously scared for a second there. I was like, ah. Well, the charisma's
Yeah.
not bad, but my stuff is intelligence based, so that wasn't good. I basically couldn't do anything.
It's kind of funny as we wrap up our voice chat.
It
all of a
clears
sudden
up finally.
clears up. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's how it goes. This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.